Let's talk about last night's sports. Last night, we had NHL. We had the Panthers win 3-2. But everyone's talking about basketball. I think NBA right now is... What happened? Anne's laughing at something over there. I hate when she laughs and I don't get it. Anyway, let's talk NBA. Moving on, let's talk about the NBA, Ryan. What did you think of the game last night? It was pretty much all Mavs.
Yeah, it was all Mavs real early. I mean, first quarter, Luka Doncic scores 20 points by himself, outscoring the Timberwolves.
They scored 19. It was like 35-19.
35-19 at the end of the
But he
first
was
quarter.
outscored him 20-19.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man. And he wasn't shy about it either.
No.
Like he was screaming.
Well,
what's the first one you wanted to show?
Well, since it just got flashed to our viewers.
Right.
So Kyrie and Luka each scored 30 points last night, becoming the third duo in NBA history to each score 30-plus points in a game to send your team to the NBA Finals. Kobe and Shaq did it in 2002, and Kyrie and LeBron did it in 2016, and Kyrie did it again this year with Luka.
That's a very nice picture that you created too, by the way.
Yes, it is. And great company. And I can't believe Kyrie's on there twice.
Yep.
That is kind of mind-blowing. You did it with some guy named LeBron James, who I believe is that's Bronny James's dad.
Yeah.
Bronny James, the number one pick in the NFL or NBA draft coming up. I mean, Luka, it was so much fun watching that game because he was on fire. He was hitting from the logo.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you were working. You probably missed a lot, but you saw the highlights. He was on fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I was keeping up with the score, and I couldn't believe how far of a lead they had the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, it was like Friday fire.
It was.
Yeah, Dallas was up by 36 at one point in the game. So
There you go. So what else happened in the NBA game? Because we did love that game. Because I had the Mavs.
Well, so the Mavericks won their first Western Conference title since 2011 when they last won the NBA Finals with Dirk. But somebody put together a list of Luka's resume so far in his career. He's played 6 seasons. So we had mentioned earlier this week that Luka, LeBron, and Oscar Robertson were the only players in NBA history to have 1,300 points, 300 rebounds, and 300 assists in their playoff career so far. But Luka, in the regular season and playoffs this year, 55 games of 30-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, 5-plus assists.
Wow.
More than Oscar Robertson, who had it 49 times in 1962, and those are the most by any two players in NBA history. But Luka is 25 years old. He averages 29 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists in his career. He's a 5-time All-NBA first team, 5-time All-Star, won Rookie of the Year, the scoring leader this year, 4th highest scoring game ever at 73 points, and he just won the Western Conference Finals MVP.
That's incredible.
It really is. I mean, I love watching the guy play. Everyone does. I mean, unless he's playing against your team, I guess. So now it's Dallas versus Boston. And I hate Boston. So, I mean.
Well, what I think, so Boston has home court in this series, in the finals. I hope that Celtics fans realize how much Luka feeds off of opposing teams' negativity.
He's like Pete Rose. He loves it.
He wants it.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I don't think Minnesota learned from that.
That's true.
There's this clip. He's Luka
like
to the crowd.
He's like a heel in the WWE.
Somebody was making a crying meme at him.
Okay.
And social media ended up thinking that it was at Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, everyone thought
he was sitting courtside. But he goes, Luka yells at the crowd, who's crying now? MF. Yeah. But so here's a couple different angles of the play. The and one shot. This is in the third quarter, but earlier in the game, we'll see Snoop's reaction to this real quick.
Yeah, he's with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. That's the guy in the black produced all the Prince's stuff, or a lot of Prince. He worked with Prince. He's from Minnesota too.
But that's the guy that he was actually saying it to, because earlier in the game, in the first quarter, there was an and one that Luka had hit that the guy was doing the crying face to.
Right.
And so
Who's crying now?
Yeah. Yeah. So
good for Luka. Yeah, and Boston fans, oh my God, they are rowdy. They're going to totally lay into him. If he goes off on game 1, it's going to be phenomenal.
Well, it's not even just him. It's Kyrie Irving as well, who was in Boston, didn't win there.
Ex-team.
And so, yeah. Last night, there was also Derek Lively.
His neck, the neck guy.
He set an NBA record for the most field goals in a conference finals without missing any. Or
How about that?
In a playoff series in NBA history. It was 10, and he went 16 for 16 in this series against the Timberwolves.
There's no one in the world that would have thought he would have a record like that.
The only game they lost, he missed game 4, and then he's back, and so that was a huge part of the handicap. Yeah.
And as we pointed out, PJ Washington was a great addition. I mean, Dallas is they're built. And you don't see Mark Cuban running around as much anymore, which I do miss. But I still think Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavs. So.
There was PJ Washington went on Instagram Live, and Tyler Harrow jumped in the comments. He's like, how do you go from being in Charlotte, being a lottery team, one of the worst teams in the league, to being on the Western Conference champions in the same season? It's just two extremes of the NBA
crazy.
World.
All right, and Luka wanted to. Do we have what do we have next? Is it?
So yeah, after the game, the Mavericks are obviously celebrating, and
again they have 7 days, so you can celebrate a little bit.
Yeah, but I guess team presidents and the front office doesn't really want the players fully celebrating yet,
right? Because they haven't won it yet. But this is VP of basketball operations, Michael Finley, used to play for the Mavs. I guess he's trying to make Luka's image a little better. So here we go. We have that clip.
Yeah. Yep.
Here it is.
So Luka and his dad outside the locker room.
He's so chill,
just dominated.
Too. Yeah, he's
got a beer out, and then he comes and takes it. And watch the reaction on his face. Look at his face. He's like, "That's my beer, bro."
Okay, I guess. It's so smooth with it too. Just takes it from me.
It's so smooth.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, okay. I guess.
No? All right.
I didn't want it.
Get the guy a beer. I mean, they got 6 nights to recover.
Yeah, but then he's got to lose the gut within.
You don't get it when you're 25. You can drink a lot. You're 24. You can drink a lot of beer and not develop a gut. Yeah. He's a professional athlete. He's running up and down the court all night.
Yes.
All right. Anyway,
it's funny when you think about NFL and when they win, even before they're going to the Super Bowl and stuff. They're all in the locker room celebrating, popping champagne, smoking cigars.
Baseball too. I mean,
baseball too,
they put
very
the goggles
much.
on. They're going to party
Right.
so hard. They're like, we're going to get so effed up. We're like, we're going to wear. Oh no, hand gestures. But anyway, they. Yeah, let the guy have a beer. Come on, Michael Finley. Did Finley win it with Dirk? Was he on the team, or was he already retired by then? Can't remember because he played for a long time in Dallas. He was like,
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I know.
But anyway, he took the beer away, so I'm sure there was a whole cooler full of them somewhere.
The Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd was on that team.
He was.
He's
trying to become
If we want to look at the finals storylines coming up for the NBA Finals, Jason Kidd has a chance to become one of the head coaches and one of the people in league history to win a championship as a player and as a coach for the same team, no less.
That's amazing.
And then Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Luka each have an opportunity to win their first title. Kyrie Irving has a chance to win his second title. Kristaps Porzingis and Kyrie Irving are both facing their former teams. And then, like I said, Jason Kidd.
I feel like how the Mavs are clicking right now. Like you can just tell their chemistry and they all like each other.
Yep.
And I don't want to make up a fake narrative, but
do it.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, you don't always see that so much, right? We even saw Jaylen Brown kind of call out JT finally waking up in overtime, and then Tatum didn't get the MVP, which I think might actually help him do better.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, it's going to be tough to take down this Mavs team.
And you talk about TV markets; those are two of the top 5 or 10 TV. The ratings are going to be insane for this game.
Well,
series.
What might even be New York's going to have to come back, but it'd be Dallas versus Boston in the NBA Finals. And if the Rangers can come back in that series, it'd be Dallas versus New York. So two massive Northeast markets versus
and Dallas
the Texas
is like
market. So it's
working out. It's working out for the leagues, isn't it? Thanks for watching this clip of Punchlines with me, Frank Nicotero. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. We live stream the show Monday through Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific, right over on our South Point Studio YouTube page. And hey, you want to listen to full episodes? Go to your favorite podcast platform. All the video links are in the description below. Catch you on the next one.